I think it's really important to consider how people are searching for your product or service online before you even launch a website.
Why is it important to think about inbound and SEO long before they do all the launch?
Yeah, I think it's important to consider SEO before you even come up with a new name for something. You have to consider how it's going to be perceived, who's currently ranking for that keyword term, can you even get the domain? There's all these technical aspects that really do go into that naming that I think are, an afterthought for most people, which is a shame because you could set yourself up much better for online success if you had done some of that research beforehand. In addition to that, I think it's really important to consider how people are searching for your product or service online before you even launch a website, right? Is it intuitive? Are you answering all the questions that people are asking at the top? Are you, is all the information there? Because I think those two things go hand in hand and really can set you up for success.
Now, it seems like a lot of people are into the concept that they can game SEO, and we hear this all the time, and they're not taking it as seriously as I think they should.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this? Because I'm sure you see that all the time. I'm sure you have even clients that come to you and say, well, just make me number one,
right?
By some magic that you'll do.
Right. Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, there's still black hat things that are being done today that work in certain industries. Even to be competitive in certain industries, there's almost a layer of that has to occur, which is a shame. But I do think Google's getting much better at it, and there's no reason why you couldn't do those efforts more ethically. There's so many great resources now available for content creation, for technical SEO optimization, to really nail those things down and see results that way. Because the whole thing with SEO is if you really set up a website right the first time, it just pays dividends and dividends and dividends in the future. It's really beautiful to watch. Whereas I think a lot of businesses and business owners, they get short-sighted and see the paid return quite instantly. And so I think it's our job as marketers or anyone in the SEO space to educate some of those business owners and explain that, while this might take, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, it really does pay off over time.
From a marketing strategy perspective, it seems like a lot of people in strategy aren't thinking about SEO. They're not thinking about search. They're not thinking about inbound. They're actually just kind of thinking that those are tactical issues and they're not really strategy issues.
Yeah.
So from an SEO company that cares about SEO, why is SEO and inbound a strategy issue and not just a tactical issue?
Yeah, this sort of blows my mind and hurts my heart a little bit because I consider SEO to be digital psychology. We are looking at the ins and outs of how people are searching online and what's effective and what's not. And if you're not understanding that full funnel process from the data side of it, from how people are actually doing these searches all the way up to a transaction, you're missing a big piece of that puzzle. And I think that helps you do everything else better. There's no reason why that data can't help support paid. There's no reason why that data can't help support offline marketing. At the end of the day, these are people having real questions and they have true intents that they're after. And if you're not serving it in the way that's desired, and that's the greatest part of the whole thing too, is that Google's search results is a window into intent. Google houses all of the world's data. They know what sort of content someone is looking for when they do a particular search. For example, if you were to create the best article in the world on DIY Halloween costumes, but you didn't have any images in your article, you would never rank because all Google shows for that search is images and videos. It's all visual. So if you're not understanding the form of content that people are desiring in a particular space, you're really missing the boat on all sorts of aspects for your strategy.